Voice recognition.
What is voice recognition?
Voice recognition is the technology by which sound, words, or phrases spoken by humans are converted into electrical signals, and these signals are transformed into coding patterns to which meaning has been assigned. These next few clips are some examples of voice recognition.
Okay, that's too bright.
Fart.
This is the Password Journal. It only opens to your voice. Girls rock. What's up, Chelsea?
This clip is an example of how electrical waves of one's voice are transmitted by vibrations from the vocal cords and then produced into sound by the amount of airflow through the vocal folds and then presented out past the lips.
How does it work?
The first step in voice recognition is the input and digitalization of the voice into voice recognition compatible software. This generally happens via an active microphone plugged into the computer. The user speaks into the microphone and an analog to digital converter creates digital sound files for the voice recognition program to work with it. Voice recognition uses software designed to record a person's voice and then analyze the tones by the frequencies of the sounds. It then places the digitalized settings in its data store to compare against the voice the next time the person tries to access the program or system it is being used for, in order to determine if the signals are a match.
What are the important issues about voice recognition?
One of the main issues with voice recognition software is that it automatically recognizes speech with the help of a computer, which sometimes can be a difficult problem. This problem is due to the fact that the human language is very complex. Another issue that arises is the pricey costs and limitations of voice recognition software.
The history of voice recognition.
The first speech recognition systems could only understand digits. Bell Laboratories designed in 1952 the Audrey system, which recognized digits spoken by a single voice. 10 years later, IBM demonstrated at the 1962 World's Fair its shoebox machine, which could understand 16 words spoken in English.
Speech recognition technology made major strides in the 1970s thanks to interest and funding from the U.S. Department of Defense. The DoD's DARPA Speech Understanding Research Program from 1971 to 1976 was one of the largest of its kind in the history of speech recognition. Among other things, it was responsible for Carnegie Mellon's Harpy Speech Understanding System. Harpy could understand 1,011 words, approximately the vocabulary of an average 3-year-old.
Over the next decade, thanks to new approaches to understanding what people say, speech recognition vocabulary jumped from about a few hundred words to several thousand words and had the potential to recognize an unlimited number of words. One major reason was a new statistical method known as the hidden Markov model. Equipped with this expanded vocabulary, speech recognition started to work its way into commercial applications for business and specialized industry. It even entered the home in the form of Worlds of Wonders Julie Doll in 1987, which children could train to respond to their voice.
Can you sing? Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
In the 90s, computers with faster processors finally arrived, and speech recognition software became viable for ordinary people. In 1990, Dragon launched the first consumer speech recognition product, Dragon Dictate, for an incredible price of $9,000. 7 years later, the much improved Dragon Naturally Speaking arrived. The application recognized continuous speech so you could speak well, naturally, at about 100 words per minute. However, you had to train the program for 45 minutes, and it was still expensive at $695.
By 2001, computer speech recognition had topped out at 80% accuracy, and near the end of the decade, the technology's progress seemed to be stalled. Recognition systems did well when the language universe was limited, but they were still guessing with the assistance of statistical models among similar sounding words, and the known language universe continued to grow as the internet grew.
In 2010, Google added personalized recognition to voice search on Android phones so that the software could record users' voice searches and produce a more accurate speech model. The company also added voice search to its Chrome browser in mid-2011. Remember how we started with 10 to 100 words and then graduated to a few thousand? Google's English voice search system now incorporates 230 billion words from actual users' queries.
Can you meet at 10?
Reply, definitely. I'll see you there. Play my running mix.
Now along comes Siri. Like Google's voice search, Siri relies on cloud-based processing. It draws what it knows about you to generate a contextual reply, and it responds to your voice input with personality.
Want to be chilly in San Francisco this weekend?
Not too cold.
Our thoughts on voice recognition for the future.
Our projections are that voice recognition software will become more popular throughout a wide range of companies over the next few years. It won't just be used as a now and then household item. It will become part of one's daily routine. It will serve as more than just something to help us search for everyday things, help the disabled hear, and help people or computers type without actually typing. Also, we would like to assume that the cost of voice recognition software would decrease significantly over the years.
Power pop!